Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's show. Hope everybody had a great 2 weeks and say hello, Dibby.
Hello.
Anyway, we've got a lot of great things to talk about. We got some stuff added to the concert series, and I think everybody's going to be happy. We're talking about adding a couple of more later on down the road, and I think I'm really excited about those. We're not going to say anything about those. We'll talk about the ones we got etched in stone right now.
Yes.
And we'll talk about some new bands. We got a new band tonight. Excuse me, new
Tomorrow.
band Friday night.
Yeah.
So, but we never had Tremaine before, and we're looking forward to having them. I've heard a lot of great things about them, and I think it's going to be a good show.
Yes.
Yeah, well, lady, a very few words today.
I wasn't expecting me to talk right yet.
What? Well, so I'm supposed to do all the talking,
Mm-hmm.
but
I disagree.
yeah, we're really excited about tonight. We're actually going to ride up to Nashville. Quick we get done recording the show, we're riding up to Nashville. My old buddy Hawkshaw Hawkins and Melissa Lumen are hosting the Next Generation show, and it's going to be good. It's going to be at the Troubadour.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to ramble around Nashville a little bit. We're probably going to sneak in, see Chevy Lee Lowe at Chiefs for a little bit if we can get there before he leaves, and we might bounce around downtown Nashville a little bit if it's not too awful crowded, which I'm probably going to
Yeah,
be because
because
there's
in
a
this a week the
oh yeah, and
yeah
yes
the
for the
fest.
yeah last time we went up there, it was not even
Yeah, I
able
don't
to
think we
move.
stayed very long because it was
Well, you
crowded.
ain't got to worry about getting drunk because you can't get served. There's so many people up there. But then we're gonna snake over to Music City Bar and Grill before we go to Troubadour. But we're gonna have a good time. And I always look forward to seeing my buddy. And we're gonna see a couple of guys. Hadn't get to Chris and Geneva and Hawk and get to see everybody and going to see a lot of great entertainers. The Next Generation show is. I forgot about Paul too. We're gonna see Paul.
I didn't know who was all gonna say
Yeah,
so.
we're gonna see a little bit of everybody. I think. I'm sure I forgot some folks, but
uh,
yeah, I wanted to go to the show night before last. The Malpass Brothers was playing at in Nashville, Third and Lindsley, and I was wanting to go up there and see that show. And I called
they were
Chris.
sold out.
Yeah, I called Chris, and it was sold out. But there was about four of the artists that's played at the bar, and one that's going to be playing at the bar was playing there, and he said it was a packed out show. They didn't even allow any guests or anything for the band, so that was pretty good. That just means country music's alive and well. I think it was T.G. Shepherd, T. Graham Brown, the Malpass Brothers.
Some of the good music, good
Yeah,
old music.
yeah,
Yeah.
the good music. So
Yeah.
real country
Can y'all
music.
believe I'm saying that?
Yeah, Debbie's always been an old school rock and roller her whole life, so it's kind of I've converted her to country music. So now it's funny when she goes to the jukebox and she puts stuff on at the bar to listen to. It's all country music. I never thought I would see the day.
Yeah.
We've been married 48 years, and if you'd told me I converted her into country music, I never would have believed it.
Now I do put in some classics.
Yeah, old school rock and
Yeah,
roll. So
a few here and there.
well, it's kind of funny. Music's come full turn. I think some of the stuff that the new country music that we listen to now is like the rock and roll of the
Yeah,
80s and early 90s. So
that's
I don't know.
true.
I guess it's a change to everything, but I believe history repeats itself. So I think we're going to go back to old school country here before long because people are going to get tired of the other garbage. You can
Yeah.
only sing about so many fields and heartaches and riding around pickup trucks and stuff. So
Yeah, and this is we've seen this is like the fourth or fifth
this will be the
show tonight we've
third
seen.
generation. This will be
Yeah,
the third next generation
it's
show we've
it's and
seen.
it's been really
Yeah,
good. I mean,
if
yeah,
you've never seen any of those, I think last year what was it? Pam
yeah,
Tillis.
that was year four last.
Year before last, it was Pam Tillis and her brother, and then it was John Carter Cash, and of course we got to hear Hawk's daughter sing, and she did a really good job.
Yeah,
I think Hawk's brother Donnie's going to sing some tonight. Matter of fact, so I'm really
talented
looking forward.
family.
Oh yeah, I know. It's pretty funny. It's like Farron Young's son. We heard some of his singing. I mean, there's a lot of great
He
entertainers.
sounded a lot like his dad.
Oh yeah, well all of them do.
Can you believe I'm saying that?
Yeah, So but it's gonna be a great show tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna try to get there a little bit early and hang out, maybe meet some folks, and I always have a good time when I go to Troubadour. We actually got to meet two or three folks there. We got to meet Alex Miller there and Jimmy Fortune.
First time before he had the Malpass brothers
Yeah, we met
at
the
our place, we met
Malpasser,
them.
met
Yeah,
them there.
I mean we already had them booked, but we didn't know.
That's the day you was rolling around on the floor laughing at the horse.
Oh my gosh, I hope so much he can do
Mm.
that.
The last time he was at our place, his back was hurting. He wasn't able to do the horse skit for El Paso, but hopefully he'll do it this time, and because it's a real treat.
Yeah,
We ticket sales have been pretty decent. It's summertime right now. It's a little bit slow in the bar business. I think it is for everybody because everybody's been cooped up all winter and they're out doing their thing, playing ball and free concerts on the square and rodeos and fairs
and
and
graduation,
graduations and vacations, and so we're just kind of hanging in there, uh,
doing our thing.
doing the thing, having a good time, making the best of what we can right now. But
Right.
it's pretty fun. We've met a lot of people here lately. It's pretty funny, and I'm very, very, very proud of this. All of the people that we've had, entertainers that we've had at the bar, except for maybe two, have actually called us back in the last 3 or 4 weeks wanting to play at the bar, and it's pretty amazing that they want to come back enough that they reach out and talk to us. So it makes the booking part of it really easy because we don't have to call them;
True.
they call us. And it's just on any given day we're receiving phone calls from the entertainers wanting us
Or an
to,
email.
or an
Or
email,
text. Yeah.
yeah, wanting to come back and play. And there's a lot of them that have reached out to us that I can't really afford to get because I don't want to charge $100 for a ticket, and I don't know how well that would go. So I'm trying to keep the ticket sales anywhere from $35 to $45. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of entertainers that we could get that people have asked about, but you got to be able to keep it to where everybody can kind of afford it.
Yeah, because we might be broke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
People didn't come.
if nobody showed up, I'd like to thank all the. We're getting a lot of feedback from Canadians. And, it's hard to believe we're in Minor Hill, Tennessee, and the Canadians, and we appreciate y'all listening a lot. I mean, and even coming down and coming to the concerts, it's pretty cool when you go off and you meet somebody somewhere, and they say, "Oh, yeah, we've seen your podcast and stuff." So it's pretty cool. We've had 9 Canadians show up
Yeah.
for 3 different shows, so that's pretty cool. So I guess it makes it a small world. Social media
Well, yeah, I
does,
mean,
and podcasts and everything.
even in the States, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. We had a couple of folks call from New York, want to know where the motel was at to come down. So bringing a lot of folks in from out of town to little Minor Hill, Tennessee, but like the guy that rode the motorcycle from Arizona, so it's pretty cool. He called. He said, "I want to make sure I can get some tickets before I ride all the way over." And I'm sure he's watching, and we appreciate the ride. Hopefully you got home and didn't get too wet. Yeah, right.
it's
Because
been raining a lot.
yeah, it's been raining quite a bit. So and we really appreciate all the interest and stuff. And so far to date, we kind of started keeping up with them, and we've had Canada, Arizona, New York, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas, of course, Tennessee and Kentucky,
Yeah.
and Mississippi and Georgia. So we've had quite a few states show up at Minor Hill, Tennessee, just to see the concert series. So I'm really tickled about that, and I appreciate everybody thanking us for doing it. And be honest with you, we have as much fun doing it as y'all do.
Oh,
So
we
it's
do.
it's it's, it's pretty cool getting to meet these people and realizing that they're just down to earth, just like we are, and it's a job to them. They're doing their job and having a good time doing it.
Yeah, but they are so far.
We've had all
They're all
really
been,
great,
yeah,
really great entertainers. There's a couple of them that haven't been too awful friendly, but for the most part, all of them have been really cordial and stuff. So
yeah.
it's a we've had a good time doing it, and we're looking forward to meeting some more folks. And I appreciate the invites to go backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, the couple that we've had.
Yeah.
We've got to meet a lot of great entertaining people there too. So
I enjoy that. That's I don't know. It just seems kind of special
yeah,
being at a place like that and all the people that's been on stage.
Yeah.
Been in the circle.
Yeah. 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 That and I couldn't imagine performing there. Of course,
Well, we won't have to worry about it.
yeah, I can't play any musical instrument. I cannot sing.
Me neither. So
Well, you make a joyful noise in the
that's right.
choir
I
when you
do.
sing, so
It
uh,
might be not be joyful to anybody else, but
it's joyful to the Lord.
yeah.
Everybody else, you know.
I used to sing in the choir, but
That's why everybody on, I always wondered why if they only handed only one earplug out, but if Debbie was in the middle, everybody to the right or left of her had a left earplug, and everyone on the right had a right earplug. So,
he probably did.
yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, and we need to I'd like to appreciate everyone that came out and supported the pool tournament
Yes, we had a
last
benefit
weekend.
pool tournament last week and had a super great turnout, and they raised quite a bit of money for medical expenses and stuff. So
Yeah, for Miss
it was,
Stephanie.
yeah, Miss Stephanie and stuff. So appreciate Boozer and appreciate all the people that put the tournament on and got out and supported it. We had a lot of first time pool players come
Mm-hmm.
in, and we're getting some own costs for the pool tables too, and all new rails and everything, new pockets. So our pool tables will be upgraded here in about 2 or 3 weeks with some really fast, slick felt on it, and looking forward to that. Diamond tables cost too much to put in a bar, so because we're a bar, not a pool hall. So best thing we can do is put some own cloth on there and try to get them as fast as we can get them to make you feel like you're playing.
Yeah, we'll be in our tournament this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday we'll be
Yeah.
playing in we'll be playing at Six Pockets in Decatur for in the regionals for a chance to go to Vegas. So if we can win out, so
Yeah, and those
yeah,
tables are fast. So
yeah,
we practiced, and Chuck's like, "Do not hit so hard."
yeah. Debbie's killing it. She smacked. She likes to see if she can kill the ball. Of course,
When,
I'm not very good either. So
oh yeah, when they
it
say you just barely tip the ball, like if you're doing a
you
defense,
just gotta learn to
yeah,
adapt.
it don't work for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I might not have to play.
She likes smacking it hard. Well, if we make it through to Sunday, I hope we won't be there because we'll be at the bar. So hopefully,
The rest,
hopefully the
yeah,
rest
team
of
will
rest of
be
the team
supporters.
can get through, and
Yeah,
we got to get through Saturday first, though. So
yeah, yeah.
get through Saturday, and then if we get into Sunday, I think we got a bye on Friday, so that was a
Yeah.
good thing. Talk a little bit about what's going on this weekend. We got the Malpass brothers. They opened for Merle Haggard for 6 years. They have, they have their own TV show on RFD TV. They play on the Grand Ole Opry quite a bit, and they're touring quite a bit. I think they were in Nashville last night. I'm not really sure they're in a couple of 3 states over for their suit too.
Yeah, I think Nebraska's where they're coming from. I mean,
Anyway,
the
they
show's
called
Saturday
said they
night.
won't be there till about midday Sunday. So, and last time they showed up, it was a couple of days early. I told him if he showed up, they got a big race this weekend in Moulton at Extreme Speedway. So I told him if you show up soon enough, we'll put you in a race car because he said in the last time with it running. I got pictures of him. He's grinning from ear to ear. He said he'd like to come down a day or two early and maybe drive the race car. So. If he shows up early enough, we can stick him in a race car and let him make some laps.
I don't think they're going to.
I just
Because
gotta figure out how to get a helmet over his hair. He's got some pretty hair. He needs to loan me some of his hair. It's about that tall. But
like they say, if they're listen to the radio, they can't see this.
no, but there's a podcast too, so or going over the internet. So
He's like about 6 inches tall.
His hair is about 4 inches tall. He's got lots of hair. So anyway, but he can loan me some because I need some. Last year during Halloween, I dyed my hair black like it was back in the old days. It actually wound up being a blue color anyway, but it
I
didn't.
don't think it was blue.
And I done got used to having white hair. I don't have gray hair. I got white hair. I done got used to that, so I like it. It kind of looked goofy, so I don't know. I don't know who. I actually look like Richard Simmons with my hair. The exercise guy. Look here, she's
No,
in.
you don't.
Nah.
That's what I'm thinking. Are you sure you know who you're talking about?
Actually, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Man, hair,
Gosh.
what's wrong?
At first, I thought you were talking about Gene. I was like, well,
No, I don't have near enough hair to be Gene Simmons.
that's probably a wig.
Huh.
That's probably a wig.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't either.
I got to tell you, we used to go to all the concerts in Huntsville. That Sound 70 used to put them on back in the 70s, and
Tell you how old we are.
we were just kids back then, and that's back before they had assigned seating on the floor and everything. I mean, it was just an open floor, and you could get in the stands. Well, we always got there early, so we got right up next to the front of the stage. Well, I had never seen any pictures of Kiss, so
me neither.
yeah,
We
so
didn't know who
I
Kiss
didn't know
was.
what to expect. We went to every concert, didn't matter who it was, and we seen a little bit of everybody, but and so we were right there on the front row. Well, it was pitch black, and I could see somebody moving in front of us. Well, Debbie was on my shoulders, and
That was when I was lighter.
yeah. I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna leave that alone.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I weighed 110 then.
Yeah. No, you weighed 114. Quit fibbing. But anyway, you missed it by 4 pounds. But anyhow, yeah, she was on my shoulders, and I kept seeing somebody move around in front of us, and like I say, we didn't never seen a picture, so I didn't know they put makeup on and dressed up and all that. About the time the lights come on when they introduced him, and Gene Simmons was standing there with his finger touching Debbie's nose when the light come on. I don't know how he could see her because we couldn't see him. And the light come on, and he had his hand stuck out and his finger on Debbie's nose, and it hit me, and I fell over backwards. The guy behind me caught Debbie, and so
Well,
that was our.
I think Chuck was kind of shocked.
That was our first experience with Gene Simmons. So he. And
Eyes water.
well, it was probably the only one, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first time we'd ever seen Kiss. We wound up seeing them 3 more times
Yeah,
after
they were
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well, then they were.
they played them four chords really well, but it was all good. They did a great job.
Well, we were young. So.
But we had a good time. We used to have a good time. That was our date night, going to concerts, and we used to hit every one of them just about. So. But we got the Malpass Brothers this weekend, starting at 5 o'clock. They'll play from 5 to about 6:30, quarter to 7. Then they usually go up front and hang out, and meet people, and take pictures and
Sell merchandise.
And sell merchandise and get some souvenirs and get your picture made with them. They're really super great guys. When they were opening for Merle Haggard, they was mechanics and tobacco farmers and all that stuff. So they'd do the show, and then they'd have to haul booty back to the farm. I think one of them worked on transmissions, and but you can look them up on YouTube if you've never heard of them, and which I would hope everybody's heard of them. But if you've never heard of them, look them up. It's the Malpass Brothers, Malpass Brothers, Malpass, and they put on a really good show. They do a lot of singing. They just sing Fair and Young. They sing really good El Paso, Marty Robbins. I mean, really good. And they sang Hawkshaw Hawkins Sr. They sing a lot of the old school stuff. Plus, they got their own stuff too. I'll sleep when the party's over. I'll sleep when the party's over.
That's a pretty good video.
Too much boogie woogie. Yeah, that video's pretty funny. So if you get a chance, go to YouTube and watch that. So.
Yeah, and we have Hawkshaw.
Yeah, Hawkshaw will be
playing
singing
up
up
front.
He'll be singing up front. He usually starts around 3 o'clock. And so come a little bit early, hang out with us, and inside the bar is no smoking, but we got an outside area out back now, and we'll have some beverages and stuff set up out there, I believe, and
Hopefully it won't be raining.
hopefully it won't be raining, but anyhow, but we got an overhang on the outside bar now
Yeah.
where you can go out there and stand, you won't get wet, and then well, let's see here. But like I say, Hawkshaw, and we may have a special guest come in and sing. We'll mention his name a little bit later because we don't have anything confirmed on him yet. But it might be. It would be very special if he comes too, and it's already special because we got Hawkshaw. And then, of course, Geneva, she comes down. She'll get up and sing with Hawk too. She's of the band Geneva. She used to have 3 TV shows in Nashville, and she does a lot of benefit work. And she's toured all over the world with USO and everything. So really fortunate to know all them. Dwayne, I don't think will be there this weekend. He's out with Alabama. He's the drum tech, keyboard tech, I believe, for Alabama, the band Alabama. So he'll be out and gone this week. So, but we will have his wife or Geneva and Hawkshaw, and then maybe a special guest singing too. You know, it's funny. I was you're talking about seeing people that's in we were in uh, Lori Lynn. Lori Lynn. We were in.
I don't even know where he's
I
going with
rode with
this.
my brother up to Tellico Plains, and we went and did the Dragon and the Cherry Hollow Parkway and stuff. He got him a new little car, and we went up and rode up and down the. They had a good time. Got some great pictures and stuff, and we stopped at a little restaurant, and this lady was backing up next to me, and she was having a little bit of trouble, so I kind of reached in and helped her back up her car a little bit so she could get parked. And I said, "Well, I know you," and she said, "I know you too." And I said, "You Lori?" She said, "Yeah, I'm Lori Lynn from." And Hawk had brought her down, and she had sang at the bar, and she was singing at the bar up in Tellico Plain. So it's a small world.
It is.
It's a small world. So she's a singer songwriter and is in a band with her sons and stuff. So
No, I didn't know that part about it.
yeah,
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 I didn't know she was in a band.
yeah, oh yeah. And she's a singer songwriter. I can't remember the name of their band right now. She's gonna smack me around next time I see her. But I thought it was pretty cool seeing her just out at a random place. We were as you're leaving Tellico Plains, heading out to the Cherry Hollow. Is a little bar right there on the side of the creek, and she was singing in there.
And if you've never been to the Dragon, that's like 328.
I think it's 322 curves and 11 miles.
Yeah. So that's what Chuck and his brother did.
All you gotta do is make sure you stay on your side of the road.
Yeah. Well,
And
Chuck used to ride the fast bikes up there.
and sports bike.
And when I was telling our son CJ that they took pictures, and he said there was people actually out there taking pictures now.
Yeah, they were a
Because these
little bit
turns,
brave. They were a little
yeah,
bit braver than I was because they was always on the outside of the corner, and we were hauling booty pretty good. But it's funny the pictures look like we're sitting still,
they do.
and they're really great pictures. You know, I didn't realize how much me and my brother looked alike till I started looking at those pictures. Of course, I'm still a little bit better looking than he is, so you know how that is. But we had a really good time. I enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to doing it with him again here for long. So and you know, anytime you get out and to have fun like that, it's good.
Yep. And the pictures are really good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I was going around one corner. We're doing about 85, and my face, you can see my face peeled back, and I got a thumb up. I was trying to act like I wasn't scared. Actually, brother didn't scare me at all. He drove really good. I mean, he kept it on his side of the road, kept it between the mayonnaise and the mustard, and man, we were just a boogieing on down
The
through there.
mayonnaise and the mustard.
Yeah, the mustard's the double yellow line, and the mayonnaise is the white line on the side.
I
So
have
that
never heard that.
mayonnaise and the mustard. So he kept it on between the mayonnaise and the mustard, and we were just hauling booty. So hey, and it was fun. You know, it's pretty funny up there. The police don't really bother you that bad as long as you stay in a certain stretch and you stay on your side of the road, and you maintain control. But you know, it's kind of a cool place to go. You know, we were up there one year and they had the what was it, Murata Club was up there. There must have been 100 of those little old cars. You remember the Mazda
Yeah.
Miatas?
Yep.
There must have been 100 of those things, but it's pretty cool. I've got a few things hanging on a tree of shame up there. I'm one of the only boneheads that's ever crashed on a straightaway up there. So,
Well, it actually wasn't your fault though.
well, it kind of was. I was speeding a little bit, but anyhow, I was
And a
telling
car
them.
kind of pulled out in front of you.
Well, I was in the left lane. My two buddies was on the motorcycle on the right hand side, and this lady, you know, we were coming up on her pretty quick, and it's just a straightaway where there's a pull off on the left hand side of the road. So she was going to pull over and let those two guys away. Well, she didn't see me, and when she pulled over, I was running about 80. So I clamped on the front brakes pretty hard and got it stood up on the front wheel. Well, when I hit the car, my front tire hit the back bumper. Me and the motorcycle went over the top of the car, over the hood, and I landed and then the bike landed on top of me, and we slid to a stop. And course, the two guys that was with us got out and got the motorcycle off the top of me, and I had leathers on, so it didn't skin me up or nothing. And like I say, we were only running about 80, so it didn't. So anyway, I got up, and the lady got out of the car. She's screaming, hollering, she done killed me. I said, ma'am, I'm not hurt. I'm fine. And I got up. Of course, the motorcycle was hurt.
Yeah.
So I got up and looked at her car, and she had a car that had a chrome bumper. So I went around to behind the back of the car, see if I bent the bumper. The only thing was a little bitty old tire mark on the chrome bumper, and I wiped it off, and I cleared the trunk, the back windshield, the roof. I cleared the whole car. Me and the motorcycle did, and never touched it, and so no harm, no foul, other than I had to go down to the Tree of Shame, hang some stuff up on the
Yeah.
Tree of Shame, and I had to rob some stuff off the Tree of Shame so that I could get the bike to where it would run where I could get home. So
Yeah, I wasn't on that trip. He called me. He said, "Well, I wrecked, went over a car, but I'm okay." And I was like,
well, it
"You
was
didn't
pretty
go to the
funny there.
hospital?"
Yeah, pretty funny for about the next 2 or 3 years. Every time I would walk in the store at the bottom of the hill at the Dragon, they'd say, "Hey, that's the bonehead that wrecked on the straightaway." So you got to be very talented to wreck on a straightaway. So, and that straightaway ain't but about a football field long. They don't have hardly any
I was just like,
straightaways.
"Yeah, yeah,
Well, that was stupid on my part anyway. And it was a double yellow line. I wasn't supposed to be passing, so that's why I'm saying it was my fault.
oh, gotcha. I
Yeah,
didn't know that part."
yeah. It's double yellow line from the bottom all the way to the end.
I don't never pay attention. I go for the ride.
No, you just hanging on.
I must hang it up.
Pretty funny. One time we went up there with her riding on the back of the go wing. We were dragging the rear
On the go
foot.
wing.
We were dragging the rear foot pegs and everything else. The pipe was dragging. I mean, I think
Any
we
other time was on the what was?
sports bike. We was on
Yeah,
an F3.
yeah,
But enough about the stupidity.
yeah.
Let's
Who
talk
else?
about something
Yeah.
else.
Who else we got
But
coming
anyway,
up?
like I say, the show tonight's Hawkshaw Hawkins and Melissa Newman. Melissa Lumen are the hosts for the show tonight. And it's the Next Generation. So if you ain't got nothing to do, call ahead and make sure they still got tickets. But go up to the Troubadour. It'll be a good show, and you ain't gotta. It's out at Music City Valley. You ain't got to worry about all the
Don't have to pay for
traffic.
parking.
Don't have to pay for
Yeah.
parking. You don't have to pay $18,000 for a beer.
Nope.
I mean, they done got crazy downtown. I think it's $9 or $10 for a beer, and anyway,
I think the last time I got
Yeah.
me and you something, it was $38.
yeah, for 2 drinks. But
Yeah.
anyway, we better quit talking about drinks. But anyhow,
Anyway, yes. Let's get back to the.
anyway, it is a bar show. But uh, June 29th, we got Creed Fisher's coming back again, and last 2 times we've had him, it's been a sellout.
Yep.
So, and he puts on a great show. Second time we had him was right after he had his motorcycle wreck, and he still got up and walked around, moved around. It was
Yeah.
one of the first few shows back after he got started. So back after the motorcycle
Yeah, no,
wreck.
he still came up front and
Yeah, he
and
come up
took
front and hung
pictures and
out,
stuff.
and
And, yeah.
well, the last 2 times he's been there, he hangs out up front for quite a while. So, but anyway,
To closing time.
yeah, he'll hang out to closing time. It depends on if he's got it. Well, I guess it don't depend on if he's got a show or not, because last time he was there, he had a show in Nebraska, and he was still hanging out there with us. So, but I'm glad of that. And then we had a couple of weeks ago, we had this band call us, and this is Katie's favorite band, and these guys put on a great show too. It's Ricochet.
Yep.
Daddy's Money, Mama's Good Looks, and they sing a song Debbie likes, Seven Bridges. They sing a
Oh, that's
version
so
of it.
good. Yeah.
And they
Just to
harmonize.
harmonize
And then
them.
they get
Yeah.
out front and they do like a drum line thing. They all got marching band instruments, and they get out there and do that in front of the stage. And I think that's what Katie really
Yeah.
likes.
Because she used to be in band and she plays a lot of instruments. So, yeah.
I'd like to say congratulations to my granddaughter for graduating high school and top of the class. So,
Top
and,
9.
huh,
She was a ninth in her class.
ninth in her class. So,
Mhm.
anyway,
Had a
and
two,
very
two or
proud.
300 kids. Yeah.
Yeah, very proud of her. She got a lot of awards and very decorated. She's going to Mississippi
Mississippi State.
She's going to be studying to be a meteorologist.
Yep.
So,
Might see her on TV.
yeah. Well, not all meteorologists
Well,
are
I
on
know. I
TV.
just said we might.
We got some here at the radio station too, I think. Don't we? Okay, he ain't listening to me over. He not paying no attention to us at all. But anyhow, we really proud of her. She did a great job, and She's always been very smart. I
Yep.
like this. Do you think she got that from her mama or her daddy?
Probably both because Christy was smart and Russ is smart too. So,
I think she got it from her granddaddy. I'm just kidding.
well, it sure wasn't for me.
It was funny when Russ and my daughter, they worked at Old Charlie's in Huntsville, and I think he was a bartender and she was a waitress or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's where they met.
That's where they met at. And when they decided to get married, I said, I said, Russ, I said, she's non-refundable, right? Once you take her, you can't give her back. So he reminded me that the other day. He said, man, he said, you ain't gonna take her back? I said, nope. You stuck with her. But anyway, July 6th, we got Ricochet, so I'm looking forward to having those guys back. The next guy we're going to have on concert is it's going to be a real treat that day. It's his birthday.
It is his birthday. I'm gonna make sure I get him
Yeah, we
a
need a
piece of
birthday
cake at
cake.
least.
Y'all we need to pack the house out and show him what Minor Hill can do. This man's got 22 number one hits, and I'm
Hmm.
sure I like Slow Burn
I was
myself.
gonna say, I'm sure someone. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's heard
yeah.
at least one song.
Oh yeah, well I'm sure Mr. T.G. Shepherd's been around for a long time. So we got July 20th. We have T.G. Shepherd will be in the building, and it will be his birthday. So we're gonna have a big old birthday bash, and we're gonna have a good time and some great music. And somebody you can go to Tuck's Bar and comment on which one of your favorite songs or T.G. Shepherd has. So I like Slow Burn. That's mine.
Well, my problem is I can't
But
remember the name of songs, so
she just sings. She just sings them, but she don't know any
I
of
don't know. Yeah,
the.
I don't know the names.
Yeah.
Because some of when I think it might be the name, I'm probably saying the wrong word.
But we're looking for that. We got a phone call last week from these guys, or 2 weeks ago now, from these guys. They wanted to come back, and the booking agent called us and said, you know, can we get them back in? And we've had a lot of people asking for them, so proud to say and I'm proud to announce it, but August 10th, we've got Confederate Railroad will be coming back. Danny and
Yep.
them always do a great job, and, we like having them. Old Rusty, it's be good to see him again. First time they were in the bar, a bunch of the band was sitting with people up front and just hanging out and socializing. Then they called them to the stage, and they got up from the table and went to the stage. So they thought, wow, this is pretty cool. So these guys are very, very friendly, and they like hanging out.
Yeah,
And stuff.
one of them was talking to somebody about arrowhead hunting,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and he even wanted to know where there's a good place to arrowhead hunt here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. So I'm really looking forward to having those guys back again. And I just like to get some comments on who would like to get the Kentucky Headhunters back. We may work on getting them back in there. We don't have them yet, but there's been interest in them, and I think there's an interest in them coming back. So we might do some talking with them, try to get them back in again. I know all these bands, we've had them before, but they're so easy to work with, and
Well,
people request them,
Yeah.
and then some people, man, I missed that show last time. When they coming back? And we get that a whole lot. So we trying, man, with advertising and everything that we got going on now with WLX and WQ, I mean, WDXE and all that, it really helps out a lot getting
Yeah.
the word out. And of course, Charlotte and them help us out on the social media thing too. So
Yeah.
really happy about that.
And we got nominated again.
Yes, we got nominated for Venue of the Year for the Josie Award again for this year. So really proud of that, and I appreciate that. And looking
Get to
forward
walk
to
the
that.
red carpet again.
Looking forward to go hang out on the red carpet at the Grand Ole Opry. That's gonna be fun. I only get dressed up one time a year, so
Good thing we got nominated again, huh?
yeah. Well, I might have to go get some different pants because I think I've gained about instead of 7 months pregnant now I'm 9 months, so my britches ain't fitting as good as they used to. They fitting a lot tighter. But anyway, I think I need to go on a diet.
I think it's all the chicken we eat. We both eat
Yeah,
chicken.
I think it's Katie told me the other day, so I'm drinking up all the profit at the bar and drinking too much. I'm just kidding. Katie didn't say that. like to say
Uh,
a big thanks to all the people that work at the bar. We never give them enough credit for taking care of people and
yeah.
stuff. We've had got some great employees. We've had some great employees. People come, people go, people move on, people make changes. But all in all, we appreciate each and everybody that's ever helped Tux get going, and Miss Katie Bug and Kate and all of them. I appreciate them being there and working and taking care of business and everything. But we got some other stuff we need to talk about. Like I say, we got Tremaine this Friday night,
Hmm.
and I'm looking forward to having them. Never had them before. It's going to be good. Saturday night, we got Tequila Falls will be back in the building. They do a great job for us every time. I like the Marshall Tucker stuff that they sing. A few of their band members have been nominated for the Josie Award for musicians and singers and
Yeah,
stuff. So,
they have. Hmm.
and looking forward to having them back in. If you had never seen those, them you need to come out. And we got a flute player. They play a lot of Marshall Tucker stuff. I like that. And and then the 13th, we've never had these guys before, but I'm really looking forward to that. We got Monkey and the Spank Daddies. Uh, Travis Walmack's son,
It just sounds
Monkey
funny.
Walmack. And hey, what?
It just sounds funny.
Well, the guys probably are, but anyhow.
No, I'm just saying.
Mm, but
When they asked about them, I laughed then too. I
okay.
said I've never heard of them,
But
but
anyway,
they're popular.
well, yeah, they're popular. Travis been around he was around for a long, long, long time. His daddy was, and really looking forward to having them. So put that down in your calendar, June 13th. Ooh, that's Friday the 13th too, ain't it?
Oh shoot, it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm only this much superstitious. I know you can't see on the radio, but I'm pretty superstitious. Uh, then the 14th, we got 117 South.
We never had them.
We've never had them, so that whole weekend we'll have two bands that we've never had before, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, could be exciting. I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to mix it up a little bit every now
Yeah,
and then because it gets kind of stale if you have the same bands all the time. So we're doing a little bit of mixing around and trying new stuff, and every time somebody, if you're listening to us and you got your favorite bands you come watch, I mean, the input that we get off of people is how we schedule the bands. If nobody shows up and nobody requests a band, then we try not to book them no more because we're not in the business just to have racket made in the building. We want to see people come in and have a good time. Of course, it being summertime right now, it's slow everywhere. I talked to two or three of the other bar owners around and talked to the vendors and the beer vendors and everything. And it's that time of year.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody's outside doing their thing, and I don't blame them. I'd be right there with them
Hey,
too.
we
So
did before we had the bar.
yeah, yeah. We kind of if we were chickens, we would be free ranging. You just go around doing. Yeah,
I ain't never heard that either.
me. Hey, I'm full of it today.
You
Y'all better
sure are.
watch it. You better watch it. Hey, I'm Nashville. Here I come. I'm heading to Nashville here in about 20 minutes.
Uh,
But June 20th, we got the Music City Misfits coming back. Now that we've had them two or three times here lately,
they're
and
good. Yeah.
you need to come out and watch them. They're great. And then we got our old buddy from Nashville, Tennessee, and he plays. We'll probably see him two or three times a day if we roam around Nashville much.
Yeah.
But Jake Holder, he plays at Layla's, Redneck Riviera, Second Fiddle, Chiefs. I mean, he plays all up and down all day long, every day in Nashville. So you if you go to downtown Nashville and you go bar hopping from one to you probably gonna run across Jake and the
Yep.
Misfits,
Yep.
So, but we're lucky to have them. We've got them booked every third Saturday for the rest of the year, and they're also our New Year's band. So,
Yeah.
super great job, super great talented people, and if they wasn't, they wouldn't be playing all up and down 5 or 6 different bars in downtown Nashville
Yeah.
all day long every day. So, really looking forward to those guys coming back too. Then 27th, it's been a while since we had Steel Six, but Steel Six will be back in the building. Well, we always enjoyed having them guys, and I don't know why. I guess we've just been booked up, but we haven't had them what, a month and a half, something like
It's
that.
been longer than that.
Has it?
It's
Well,
been a while.
looking forward to
Yeah.
getting these guys back in. Steel Six, Uh, oh, buddy of ours plays in that band.
Can't think of his name right
Huh?
now.
Well, I call him Lazy Larry, but yeah,
Gary.
Gary Craig. I don't know where that name come about, and it was pretty funny because Geneva knew Gary. I knew Gary before, but when Geneva came and Gary and Ernie are my brother are buddies, and they've known each other for quite a while. So, but make see a brother come up and hang out the June 27th, hang out with Gary and all of them.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
cool.
pretty cool. See if Geneva will come back down and watch Gary too. So I talked to her tonight about that. So just say the 27th, Gary and them playing. So still 6th, the 27th. The 28th, we got the Alabama Heathens. These younguns are quickly becoming pretty
Mm-hmm.
popular. Quickly
Yep.
becoming one of my favorite bands, and I really like uh, the music that they play. And I've known one of them's daddy forever. And it's his daddy plays in 5 o'clock Charlie. So,
Yep.
and they're really good. And of course, all these are local fellas, and we wish them luck on just keep advancing what they're doing
Yeah,
right
the
now.
first time we booked them, Chuck was like, "Who are these people?" I said, "Well, I don't know, but they sound pretty good." He said, "Well, we'll see."
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
They hey,
happily, they were.
man, when we went in there to do sound check, they was very professional, and they stuck their hands up, dropped everything. It took like 90 seconds to do a sound check. I was like, wow, so and it was quick.
Mhm.
I mean, it was very simple.
And they were
And
good.
then when they took off playing, they got everybody's attention in the bar. So Alabama Heathens, if you've never seen them, you need to see them. They're really good.
Yeah.
That's June 28th. We got the pool tournament this Saturday, and looking forward to that. I hope we do good. We got 3 teams entered in it from Tuck's Bar. I think there's 28 teams total. And there's 3 teams, and
Yeah, we
one
had
of
three
those.
teams in 9 ball, and this is our 8 ball.
This is an 8 ball,
Yep.
so if you win, you get to go to Las Vegas
Yeah.
and
And
play
also,
in the world qualifiers. So.
yeah, on the pool thing,
Mm-hmm.
BCA starting back up, and if you're interested in
Yes.
playing, we're getting new teams up right now.
Yeah, we're gonna start this week. So if you're interested in playing on Pool League on BCA is really fun. You play 5 matches. There's 8 people on a team, but you play 5 people at a time, and then so that way you don't got to be there every week. So it's not a full time commitment, but you can uh, you can sign up and be on a team, and if you get to play that night, you play 5 matches, and you play one match against all 5 people on the other team, and it's
Yeah.
and so it's really fun. There's no timeouts. There's no coaching. You're on your own. It's APA. You get timeouts, and you can coach, and you can ask questions, and you play pretty much your whole match at one time. BCA is a little bit different, but we do have some openings on BCA, so please contact the bar and come up and play with us if you like to. And it's on a Tuesday night, so
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot you're doing on Tuesday night. So if you're interested in playing pool, and you ain't got to be an expert, you can be all the way
Yeah,
from a
'cause
beginner to
that's me.
yeah, you can be all the way from a beginner to a top player, and you still got a chance at playing because it's kind of like a handicap thing. So
Yeah.
it,
It's a lot of fun.
oh, it's a blast.
And
And the
it
thing is, it don't take very long. We
no.
usually start about 7:15, and by 9:30, quarter to 10, you're out of there and on your
Well,
way.
sometimes it's quicker than that. It's just
Yeah,
determined.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if we can get a big interest and get some more teams up and stuff, we'd like to eventually add 9 ball on. And you can also get to go to Vegas and play in BCA
Yep.
too. So I mean, there's a whole lot of opportunities to get to go to Vegas, and if you win BCA or the other, they kick you a bunch of money out to pay motel bills and all that stuff. So it's a fun thing. It ain't like you got to foot the bill your own bill if you go out there if you qualify and stuff. You get a lot of assistance and everything.
Yep.
And so, but on Monday nights we have APA 8 ball, and that's the APA organization. Then the Tuesday night we have BCA 8 ball. Then on Wednesday night, starting at 7 o'clock, we have 8 and 9 ball tournament, and that's just open to the public, to everybody. That's not league play; that's individual play. So that's every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I mean, at 7 o'clock, we have 8 ball and 9 ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then on Thursday night we have APA 9 ball, and and really look forward to that. I like 8 ball better than I do 9 ball. I mean, they're both fun, but if you give me my choices, if I had to play 8 or 9, I'll play 8 ball. I just like it better.
I don't know which one I like better.
You know,
Whichever one I'm winning at, I guess.
why ain't that everybody?
Well, I'm not doing too good right now.
It don't matter as long as you're having fun.
And tonight also we have karaoke.
Yes, tonight we have, everybody's been wanting to get Brian back, so we got Brian back. So y'all come out and sing karaoke. I think we got the computer fixed. He did it last couple of weeks and no glitches, and so anyway, I think he's doing pretty good with that. And y'all just come out and hang out and sing with us. You get to sing on the same system that we have the concert system on, and I mean it's
Yep.
the same mixing board and everything. So you sound really good. We have monitors on stage. You know, you can hear yourself sing and you can hear the music in the monitors, and so it's a really good setup, and it's a fixed setup. It's not a in and out setup. It's there all the time, and it's the same system that all the Friday night bands, the Saturday night bands, and all the concert bands sing on. So, and there's something else we're going to start doing, and we talked about this. We got some Sundays open in between concerts, and I've been approached about doing some major pool tournaments on the Sundays. So, I think one Sunday a month we're going to do some pool tournaments, and then we're still going to do the acoustic thing. We're taking a little bit of a break between all the graduations and the rodeos and the fairs, and so we haven't had any Sunday acoustic things here lately. And we're also thinking about doing some bluegrass stuff coming up too. So I'm gonna get with Cowgirl up and some more people, and try to get some bluegrass stuff. I'm very, people think I forgot about bluegrass. I love bluegrass music. I drive Debbie crazy listening to bluegrass
Yeah, we
music.
listened to some on the way up tonight.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. So anyhow, but I love hearing Miss Rhonda Vincent sing too. I mean, man, I tell you what, if y'all missed her the first time we had her, y'all missed something. We gonna get her back, and she invited us to the Grand Ole Opera, and we got to go up there with her, and I mean it was so cool. She showed us all around. She took us out to the circle. We was in the circle getting our picture made, and the Grand Ole Opry's fixing to start, and right behind the curtain, you could hear everybody talking in the crowd. So
Yeah.
I like, man, I hope we get off stage before the curtain opens. And
And the thing was, she was taking selfies with her phone.
oh yeah,
So
no,
she
she's so
got her
she's
show
so
phone. Yeah.
sweet. I'm telling you, if you've not ever been turned on to Rhonda Vincent music, you need to listen to some Rhonda
Yeah.
Vincent. When the Grass Grows Over Me, I mean that's a super great show. She's got one coming up at the Ryman, the Springer thing. Chicken is coming up, and I haven't told Debbie yet.
Oh, I
I
didn't
just
know.
told her. I think it's in August. I want to go to that, and looking forward to
I didn't
doing
know
it.
they did much stuff at the Ryman anymore.
They do stuff at the Ryman more than they do at the, I mean, Ryman's busy about every day.
Oh,
Anyway, so I mean, they do a lot there. And we actually took a tour of the Ryman. It was pretty cool. We had
it was. Never
Chris
done that
Floyd
before.
with us, and
Yeah.
he went in the booth and sang George Jones song. And I mean, man, he sounded really good. He sounded great. And that young man can sing. I look forward to hearing him sing some more too. And of course, when I talk about my buddy Chevy Lee Lowe, he has got a lot of new music out. He's got a new one out that's a little bit different from what he's been doing in the past. And When It Rains, and I really, 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 really like that song. That's probably one of my favorite songs he does. I guess I'm getting to be a sobby in my old age, but I like history and front porch conversations. Now I like When
He's
It
got a lot of
Rains.
good songs.
He's got a bunch of great songs. People need to start listening to him, paying attention, because I mean he's as good, if not better, than anything you hear on the radio. And I mean, you look at Love Button, Be That Fire. I mean, he's got a lot of
Yeah.
great stuff.
And then, I mean, he's wrote some songs with Zach Top, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a song with Zach Top and Frank Forster, and of course Matt Hutley writes a lot of songs with him and stuff
And
too. And
Chris Stapleton.
Broken Beautiful, Miss Tennessee, and yeah, and the Honky Tonkaholics was a Chris Stapleton song. So he Honky Tonkaholics doing pretty good, I think. I
Yeah.
think When It Rains is doing pretty good. I think that's the name of it, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
And
probably gonna see Shelby here in a few minutes too. So we're gonna. It depends on
yeah.
how fast I can get to Nashville. Let me just tell you something. First thing I got to do when I leave here is fix. We had a flat tire the other day, and all the jack and all the handle, everything's laying in the back, and every little pea gravel hit it rattles. This thing was driving me crazy, and we were running late getting up here today. And I told Debbie, I said, "Yeah, I mean, I had the radio turned up." So then I get behind somebody in a white pickup truck running 25 mile an hour, and the slower you go, the worse the bumps are, worse the rattles was. I mean, like,
It driving them crazy. I don't know.
that wasn't a drive; it's a
I was gonna
shortcut.
say I've been married to him so long. That stuff used to not bother me, but it does now.
That I just, man, I like, if my insurance wouldn't go up, I'd have pushed that little white pickup truck on. This thing's just rattling, driving me crazy. So first thing I'm gonna do when I leave here, is I'm gonna visit Miss Charlotte. Then I'm going to the truck and fix all that crap. And they got a dumpster out back. We might can free up some of this stuff.
And what happens if we have a flat again?
Well, we got a flat tire right now anyway, so Jack don't do no good when you got nothing to put on the car.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's talking about the one he took off. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking we got another
Well, it was
flat
only,
tire.
it was only flat on one side. I can take it off and rotate it and
Oh,
put the good
I ain't
side
that
down.
stupid.
How far? How long does it take you to
Don't
run
even
that?
go to all that crap.
Yeah, how long
Yeah.
does it take you to run 80 miles if you're running 80 mile an hour? I don't know if y'all have ever seen that video, but that's pretty funny. But
We do have another pool tournament.
yes, we got another one coming up, and it's coming up the 22nd of June. And
Yep, that's a Sunday tournament.
yeah, it's in memory of Jesse, and he was one of our pool players and passed away on a motorcycle accident. And super great guy. He would do anything for about anybody. So, and every time I ever needed anything done or any help or just picking up something, he helped us out. So.
Yeah, so his sister does a pool tournament every year in memory of Jesse.
Yeah, so that's the 22nd. So that's on a Sunday. So come out and play some pool with us. And I think the other day we had 46.
Yeah, we had a good turnout for that pool.
46. So, look, maybe we can do that again this time. But anyway, if y'all don't have anything to do, come to Tuck's Bar this weekend. If you got something to do, I may see you in Nashville here in a little while. So, but
and I mean, if you're going to anything else, sometimes it's over like at 9 o'clock. Wait, they're still playing music.
Man, we'll be playing music right up to 12, 8 to 12. And but like I say, I'm looking forward to the show here in a little while up at Hawks, up at the Troubadour, Hawkshaw Hawkins and Melissa Lumen, and they're hosting it, and they've got a lot of great entertainers, and it's all sons and daughters and grandkids, and they're all kin to somebody very famous that's played, and like I say, we're going to run over one more time of our concert schedule. June 8th, we have the Malpass Brothers. Like I say, they opened for Merle Haggard for 6 years. They have their own TV show on RFD TV. They play on the Grand Ole Opry. They play all up and down Nashville all the time. And then June 29th, we have Creed Fisher. And looking forward to having this fella back. He's very patriotic. And he has some great songs, and he's pretty hot right now. I mean, I think he's playing at the Civic Center the week after our place or something like that. So,
I think
our tickets are pretty reasonable for that show. We got Ricochet coming back, Daddy's Money, Mama's Good Looks, and then we got T.G. Shepherd on his birthday, July 20th, and it's gonna be fun. Try to fix it up and have a good day, good birthday for him. And just appreciate him being with us. We've been pretty fortunate about getting people on their birthdays or right around their birthdays. And then August 10th,
anniversary tours
and the anniversary tours, And then we got August 10th, we got Confederate Railroad coming back. Looking forward to Danny and Rusty and all them guys coming out and hanging out. Mo and all them hanging out with us. And this weekend we got Tremaine Friday night, Tequila Falls. Saturday night. Then June 13th, Monkey and the Spank Daddies. 14th will be 117 South. The 20th will be Music City Misfits. 21st will be Jake Holder. The 27th will be Steel Six, and the 28th will be the Alabama Heathens. Right now, we'd like to say a big thank you to everybody for making us where we're at and having a good time with us. And we enjoy what we do and hope y'all do too. Come out and eat some good food. We got 3 Restaurant Guru awards and good health score rating of a 99. And just want you to come hang out with us. Till next time, everybody be safe, be good. Dibby, you want to say anything?
Come see us.
Yeah, come see us. Now let's get ready to go rearrange the car and head to Nashville. Till next time, y'all be safe.
Bye.
Bye.